Guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I'll be showing you how to root the all new Huawei Nexus 6P, and so we're going to get started right away. All you need is of course your phone, a computer, and your USB Type-C to USB, I assume it's Type A connector. Kind of short, but you'll need that. And so now we're going to jump right in. Before we begin, you will need to download a few things here. I will do the old zoomy uppity. So you're going to need the latest platform tools, which I have on my basket build. I'll leave a link to that in the more info as the first one. Second thing we need is the new TWRP recovery for the 6P. That will be in there as well. And of course, a modified boot image if you want to root stock ROM, which is what I'm going to do. And also other modified boot images for different models. I'll have those all in the more info down below. And of course a link to the XDA guide on how to do everything on this. So after that, we will download the beta SuperSU 2.52 at the time of recording, and that just allows it to work with Marshmallow. So you will need to download that later, or you can download an experimental one that does not modify the system partition. So those who want to use Android Pay, for example, in the States or wherever else it may be available in, certainly not here in Australia just yet, but if you're keen on using Android Pay while rooted, you will need this one. The flashing mechanisms are all the same, processors, so you can choose either one. I'm going to go with the system-based root. So let's begin. First off, you're going to want to download the platform tools. So that'll be the first link in the more info. All it is, you just download it. I'm just going to hit download file, and this is where I recommend going to set up your new folder so everything's organized. What I recommend is going to your C drive, making a new folder called Android, like so. Go into that, and this is a one. I'm just going to get that, and basically you just save everything that we're going to do. I'm going to be working in this Android folder on the C drive there. So once we have downloaded, we're going to extract it now. So if you're using Chrome, you can click the little drop down arrow here and open, show in folder. Once you have it in the folder, you can right click and just extract here. Everything will come out like that. So in this zip file, we'll have adb.exe, the two DLLs for ADB, and fastboot. So ADB stands for Android Debug Bridge, and is essentially what is going to be used to communicate with your phone. And once we have that downloaded, that's right, we need to now go to our phone, and keep in mind this will factory reset everything. I will disable this for a sec so you can see better. You will need to enable USB debugging. So go ahead and click on the go to settings, and then go to about phone. Scroll down to see the build number, and just keep on tapping that until it says you're a developer. Hit back once. Tap on developer options. Developer options. Oh no. Okay, hold on. So now you want to scroll down a little bit and check OEM unlocking. You'll need to enter your pattern to confirm. Hit enable. This will allow us to unlock the bootloader. Next, we want to check USB debugging. Hit turn that on. Okay. Now we are good. So now you can put your phone down and grab your USB cable, plug it into your computer. You may not have a laptop. This cable is quite short, so we might face into some problems. Go ahead and plug that in. Set your phone aside. Okay, you're going to get this prompt here. Allow USB debugging. Tap on always remember this from this computer. So it saves the RSA fingerprint, so you don't have to keep on pressing OK every time you want to do a command, an ADB command to your phone. So I'm going to move some stuff over. Alright, so you might have heard the computer go bling bling bling, saying a new device has been detected. That is alright, it may install drivers, but this is what we're going to check right now. So in this folder, check if our phone works in all the different states. So you want to hold shift and right click anywhere in this empty folder area, and you want to click on open command window here. So this will bring us a black window, which is the command prompt. What we need to do here is type in ADB devices, and you're going to see a list of devices attached. I believe that is a serial number, so that is good. just to know. Now we're going to type in ADB reboot bootloader, just like that. Hit enter. Your phone should go black and attempt to reboot into this little Android thing. Wow, I haven't seen this in a long time. So right now we are able, sorry, your phone is to be connected in fast boot. You can see down here, sorry I zoomed out, but it is grabbing the drivers for it. Excuse me. And so that installs the fast boot drivers. We're just going, we are going to check that. Fast boot, type in fast boot devices. Again. But you can check by going to your start menu, right clicking on it, and then going to device manager, just to see if your phone is connected. You can see here it is not. It has a little warning sign, little triangle next to it. So that is an issue, unfortunately. So we're going to download the USB drivers for our 6P. So sorry, it's all zoomed in. So open up a new tab, and I'll provide a link down below. I'm just going to type in Nexus USB driver, and that'll take you to the official Android developer website. It is a part of the SDK, but we'll just click on download here. Scroll down for the terms and conditions, check that I've read and agreed to it, hit download. Just save it in our Android folders as well. Sorry, this video is a bit choppy already, but no, it's good to see how this is done, so people don't get confused. Again, you want to open up in the same folder, just extract it to the latest latest USB driver windows, just to keep things a little bit more tidy, because there are a lot of tiny little things in here. So you get this. You can leave that, and we'll go back to our device manager. You want to right click on Android, you want to click on update driver software, then you want to click on browse my computer, click on browse, and then just navigate to where we saved everything, which of course is in our C drive, Android, and we're going to click on the latest USB driver. Just hit OK, ensure that include subfolders is checked, and then hit next. So this will find out the appropriate driver. Just hit we want to hit install, and we have the Android bootloader interface installed. So it will refresh, and you should see it on top here as the Android bootloader interface. And now when we go back, so you can close device manager now. So now when we go back to the command prompt, we type in, or we press the up key if you haven't changed commands. That's how I've been doing it. Sorry if I didn't know. I didn't tell you guys. And now you should see our serial number in fastboot. So we're done that bit for now. So we've tested that everything works. So I'm just going to type in fastboot reboot. So we get back to our system. Or back to Android. So that is fantastic. I'm going to type in CLS to clear the command prompt screen just for you guys. And just go ahead and navigate back to the base Android folder so we can see all our EXEs and DLLs. So right now becomes the exciting part where so your phone just boots up normally, of course. So now it comes time for the exciting part where we now unlock the bootloader and start all our little bits of tinkering. So at this point, you will need, or you should have saved all your data, and we are now going to continue with unlocking the bootloader. So before I asked you to toggle on the OEM unlock, so this allows you to type that fastboot flashing unlock and will allow you to unlock the bootloader. So that will erase all user data, everything. So make sure you take everything that you want, your photos, videos, music, maybe apps if you want to back that up, but you can just download them from the Google Play Store again. But anything on your phone will be wiped, so please keep that in mind. And I'll be back when my phone turns on. Okay, now that our phone has booted up, I'll show you the manual way of booting into the bootloader. So just in case you don't have your computer around or somehow you can't turn on USB debugging, so go ahead and power off your phone. So now we're going to unlock the bootloader. So power off your phone. Okay, so I've taken my noisy clock out, so if you don't hear any more ticking, that's why. So right now when your phone is off, all you need to do is hold the power button and volume down at the same time, and that will get you into the bootloader mode. Just like that. Be careful you don't touch that too much. So now with the start, a little Android with its flap open, plug in your USB-C cable. You should hear your chimes on your computer. We're going to type in fastboot devices again, just to ensure that it has detected our device. Next up, we want to type in this new special command. Instead of our original fastboot OEM unlock, we are now going to use this new command called fastboot flashing unlock. Now I'm going to put my phone in view. So once you hit enter on that, this will take you to a screen. And now Bootloader tells us to select yes if the screen, on the screen if you want to continue. So this is what it looks like. And when you want to unlock the bootloader here, touchscreen doesn't work, of course. You're going to have to use the volume keys and the power button to select. So if you are ready to continue, this will factory reset, of course. And you'll be able to pretty much flash anything you'd like. So we're going to take a dive and hit our power button. So this will unlock the bootloader here. As you can see, it has said unlocked. So this will take you back into the fastboot screen. All you need to do is hit start from here. So that's alright. So you can see the little padlock here now. So this will now factory reset your phone, and I'll show you what it looks like after it's all booted up. So right now it's just erasing all your data. Alright, so my phone's finished booting up. I'm going to skip all this, so I'm going to tap in each of the corners to bypass it, if I remember. Alright, I'll do all this, and so just go through the normal setup process, and I'll be back when I'm done. Alrighty, so now we're going to download TWRP for our Nexus 6P. So click on this, I think it's going to be the third or fourth link down there, and it's going to hit on the primary download here that's recommended. And from here, we're going to download the latest image here, which is 2.8.7.2. Just click on that, and that'll initiate our download. And where you want to save it is pretty much the same place as our Android folder. I've already got a copy here for some reason, but I'm just going to replace that. But don't worry, just save it in your C Android folder, the one that we've been working on, and I'll be back when TWRP is finished downloading. Okay, so while TWRP is downloading, now we need to check what model number we have. So build number. So go to About Phone, and you can see we have the MDB08L model number here. So this would mean that we will need to download, we can use this thing here. So this is linked next. This is our modified boot image for Marshmallow. So we can use the one supplied in the first post here, the Angler MDB08K. So with the K variant, you can use that with the KL and M build numbers on your phone. And also about the new systemless root, you're going to have to download a separate boot image here. I'm going with the traditional root method, right into the system, but if you need systemless, please scroll down to the second post here and download the, what is it called again? The Angler boot image here, the third one. So I'm going to scroll back up and download the traditional one. So here I'm just going to download the Angler one, click on that, and we'll just download it to our Android folder, of course. So hit save. So this shouldn't take too long, a couple seconds. And at this point, you need to remove any screen locks on your phone. So any passcodes, any patterns, any fingerprints. And as we're going to make an Android backup as well. And we'll back up the EFS partition here. So pretty much preserves your IMEI number. So in case it is corrupt or your phone forgets it, you can restore your EFS partition, so you can use your phone as a phone again. Otherwise, it will be a nice, kind of like an iPod sort of thing. So here, we don't want any. Our screen lock should be set to swipe. And of course, no Nexus imprint. Okay, so it's got a minute left. So I'll be back when all the downloads are finished. Another thing that we also need to download that I almost forgot is, of course, the SuperSU beta, which we need to flash on after flashing our the modified boot image. So here's I think that is the third or fourth link here, and this is the traditional one of doing it. Oops, sorry. This will be the traditional system writing one, and I'll have another link down below this one that will include the systemless root. So this one, I'm just going to go with the traditional way. So this latest beta is 2.52. So we're going to click on that to download it. Yep, nice. It's just going to save it all in our Android folder. So total, we've downloaded 3 things now. Our TWRP, our boot image, our modified boot image, and now our SuperSU. So it's good to download everything before I reboot and we've missed everything. Alright, next. You want to plug in your phone, of course. We're going to press Control N and open up a new Explorer window. So navigate to your phone on one of them. Make sure it's unlocked. And also, if you don't see anything here, pull down your notification shade and then see it says USB for charging. Tap on that and select it to file transfers. And that'll reconnect your 6P so you can write to it. Sorry, so the internal storage pops up. So essentially, it's pretty empty right now because I haven't set up anything. What you need to do is copy or drag over the beta SuperSU onto your internal storage just on the root here, so it looks like that. And that's all we need to do for now to copy it. So we can close that and maximize this again. So I'm just going to move it in the middle. Next up, we will need to extract the boot image. So go ahead and open the Angular mdb08k-boot.zip over here. And you're going to see we have just a lonely boot image. I'm going to drag that out, so extract it. Now I'm going to close this WinRAR window. You're going to be left with the boot image. I'm going to rename this so I know what it is. Angular mdb08k modified. Just so you know what you have in your folder. Right, so we have our boot image here and we have TWRP. So here we go. With our command window still there, we're going to boot into the bootloader. So our phone's connected by USB. Save us some hassle of turning it off and all that. Just type in adb reboot space bootloader. Just like that, hit enter. Phone should reboot into the bootloader in a second. So our little green Android guy. All good. So now we're going to flash TWRP. So what we need to do is type in fastboot flash recovery, leave a space on the end there, and all you need to do is drag in the TWRP image on top of the command window, so we get a little plus cursor there, and now you're going to see it's inputted the full path in, and all you need to do is hit enter, and so that's going to flash it to our phone. That's good. Now we need to boot into TWRP. By doing so, we need to hit down, down, and so it turns red, recovery mode. Hit the little power button there, and ignore that. It's just saying that your bootloader is unlocked. So now this will attempt to boot into TWRP, in which we will do our backups. Let's give it a sec. There we go. Okay, look, so we have a unmodified system partition. So this is when this is what I assume. Please don't quote me on this. I'm going with the traditional root method, so I'm going to swipe to allow modifications. But if you need to use Android Pay, I would recommend, and that you're using the systemless root with the systemless modified boot image, I would tap on read, keep on read only. But I'm going to swipe to allow modifications because I will not be I'm not using Android Pay. So this is a cool new, more material theme rather than the hollow one we had in previous TeamWin recovery projects. I'm sure this is a theme and you can use it, but let's ignore that for now. Right now we want to make some backups. So just go ahead, tap on the backup button and select everything. I will not, me personally, I will not do that. I have stock images on my other computer, but please, if you don't have stock images handy right now, I would recommend making a backup. So I'm just going to do it anyway. So we'll auto-generate a name, any options, encryptions, and all that. So at this point, it's very important that you did not have a screen lock like I talked about earlier, because that thing is a no-go. You will not be able to unlock your phone after restoring from a backup that has a screen lock on it. So what we'll do now is swipe to backup. This usually doesn't take too long. We will back up the boot system and what's the other one? And data partitions. Since you got nothing on your phone, the data partition shouldn't take too long, and the system partition is whizzing through already out of its 2 gigs. So backups before used to take a pretty long time, but now I guess times have changed, and now it's much better. It's going to generate a MD5 hash for it, to verify its integrity. So that might take probably the longest, but no, it's all good. So now it's going to back up data, and as you can see, it's just going to create the MD5 and the boot, and that's it. So this backup completed in 43 seconds, which is shorter than I would have hoped in a long time. So I'm going to hit back. So that is our system backup. Next, we want to back up the EFS partition down here. So tap on these to uncheck them. Scroll down to EFS. It's only 8 megabytes, and we're going to swipe to back up this. So this prevents your IMEI from getting lost and making your phone more like a really nice iPod. So once that's done, we're going to hit back. We're going to hit back. We're not going to flash the root image just yet. Sorry, SuperSU. We're now going to flash the modified boot image. So tap on reboot here, and then tap on Bootloader. Now, whenever this screen appears that TWRP wants to flash its own SuperSU, do not install this. It is currently not compatible with Marshmallow I give it. So please don't do that. So now that we're back in this black Android screen, we're going back to our command prompt here. I'm going to move it to the side again. This time we want to go fast boot, flash, boot, type in like that, leave a space on the end again, and drag in our renamed boot angler blah 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 modified image. And we're going to put this in the frame, and it's going to look like that. And just hit enter. So that has flashed our boot image, which allows us to now root our stock ROM, which is great. So now we're going to go back to our phone. Once that's done, I'm going to hit the volume down button until we get to recovery mode, then hit the power button. Ignore that again, of course. So this will boot us into TWRP again, and now we will go ahead and flash the beta SuperSU zip file. Again, nice splash screen. So now you're on the screen, just want to tap on install. You want to scroll down to find our beta SuperSU 2.52 at the time of recording. It could be a later version. Tap on that, and then swipe to confirm flash. And this won't take too long. So it did write to the system, and we're going to wipe cache and Dalvik. Swipe to wipe. This doesn't wipe any data in case you put anything on. And now we are done, and we're going to reboot the system and see if it turns on. That's alright. We'll just ignore that. So sweet, it's currently booting up now. Hopefully no problems, and I'll be back when the phone fully boots up. So phone's booted up here, it's just going to start apps. All good. We swipe up, and we should see, ta-da, SuperSU. So I'm going to download I have to sign in, don't I? Well, SuperSU is here. We open it. No thanks. And as you can see, our device is rooted. I'm going to quickly download a root checker, and I will, prove it to you guys. So here it is. I just downloaded the basic root checker. Hit open. We're going to get a, yep, that's alright. Agree. Nice. Alright, so we're going to tap on verify root now. We're going to get a SuperSU prompt, of course. Hit grant on that. And as you can see, our device is properly rooted. So that's it for this video, guys. There will be more videos just like this about the Nexus 6P, and I hope this video helped you out. So if you like more videos like this, feel free to subscribe and leave a like down below, and comment if you have any questions or problems and queries. I'll be more than happy to try and help you guys out. So that's it for this video. So that's how you root the Nexus 6P here, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Sorry guys, one last message before I go. Remember how we did the backups of the EFS partition and of course the data partition, or your ROM, a backup of your ROM? Go back and navigate to your phone. Do I need to set it again? Yes, you will. You might need to set it again to accept file transfers. So now the thing should pop up, internal storage. Please be sure to copy those out of your TWRP backup folder onto your computer somewhere safe, just in case your phone gets reset again, or you accidentally wipe it, the SD card from TWRP. You want to go into your internal storage, find the folder TWRP, and then you want to find the folder called backups up here. Then you want to find, this is your serial number, and one of them is your EFS and one of them is your stock backup. So everything with this boot data and all that is your stock backup, and anything like this is just your EFS. So what I like to do, because because it's easier just to copy the whole TWRP backups folder, I'm just going to do that. Otherwise you can copy those individual ones, but you will have to put it back in the same structure. So TWRP backups, then your serial number, but I never know my serial number, so I just tend to copy the whole folder there. There is an easy way of doing it if you need to restore it and you don't have your backups already on your phone, is that you can make a quick backup of, say, your boot partition or anything. It will generate all the folders for you, and then you can just go ahead and copy those two individual files, the ones that were inside the serial number folder, into that folder. It's a little bit confusing when I say it because I'm not sure what's happening either. But yeah, just go ahead and copy the entire TWRP folder onto your computer desktop or something like that, so it keeps it safe. So other than that, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.